All right, welcome back, everybody. Hot mic off and rolling here on a Wednesday morning, the first Wednesday of May, which I was fully set for our next guest. Hey, come in, here we go. It's going to be sunny and 60. Everybody's out playing golf, and I was at the bus stop, Chris Howell, with my little man today. I look at the temperature, it was feel like 34. I'm like, it's not necessarily golf weather out there this morning.
No, the tee sheet's been very, very quiet the last few days.
It's great to see him, Moorhead head pro, joining us at Moorhead Country Club. Chris Howell joins us. We've made this an annual thing. We're looking forward. The Red River Ram is here about, 6-7 weeks away?
Yeah,
we're getting close.
We're a little later this year in the season, end of June. But
with Father's Day being a little bit later, you guys are a week after that.
But that's not a bad thing for us. We've always battled weather.
Yes.
The farther, the deeper we get into June, I think the better the weather's going to be, right? Those rain chances start to go away. Knock on wood there, but hopefully this helps us avoid
Well, let's see. 2 of the last 3 years, 3 years ago, we had rain every day.
Yep.
Last year we had a tornado come through during the tournament.
At least that was after we were done for the day, right? But it did make us push tee times back the next day, which...
I remember I texted you like, is there any damage? Like, no, but we got a lot of water.
Yeah.
And that ended up obviously holding. Yep. But you know what? We got it through and had a great event. Before we get to that, I want to ask you what the Bison men's golf team just did. I don't know if they've played any competitive rounds around here this spring. So the fact they went and just won the Summit League Championship, how impressive is that?
Not that I know of them playing any competitive rounds up here. I don't even know, outside of their facility. Thankfully, they have that fantastic facility to get rounds in. And, the update in their schedule, being able to travel more to the southern areas, a lot of Arizona golf to get reps in and rounds in and get competitive rounds in. But to win the Summit without... Do they have a round on their home golf course this year?
I don't believe so. Not since probably the fall.
I mean, sounds like Fargo Country Club opened the golf course last Tuesday. So, to go out and win it.
Right.
And it kind of looked like, when I was looking at it yesterday, it was kind of a no-doubter. Like, they were kind of leading wire to wire. Everything looked good the whole time. They were 6 shots up on Denver going into Sunday and just stayed there.
Yeah, and Denver is...
I shouldn't say Sunday. I should say third round. I'm just used to Sunday.
Correct.
But.
Denver was routinely been the powerhouse in this league, and they're leaving. For them to... And two freshmen that played that well, especially on the final round.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot 66 and 69 on the final day of a tournament championship. That's some stones. I'll just say that.
It is. The future's bright for the Bison in golf. Really bright.
We're going to see a few of them actually playing in Moorhead, right? At the end of June.
I think we got most of them.
Awesome.
Petrie, he's not the freshman, but the defending champ, Island, will be back to play, so that's exciting.
Course record holder. It would be good to have him back.
64. That was impressive and competitive.
Course record has fallen each of the last 2 years of that event. So.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun to see it happen again, but God, just to think 63, I don't know if that's out.
Boy, that'd be a heck of a round.
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Yeah. So congrats to them on what they got done. There's also been some major golf news locally. I wanted to get your 2 cents on that. Scotty Scheffler is going to play at the 3M Open at the end of July.
I saw
How is that happening?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't need to play the 3M Open, right?
No. And I don't know if it's just a fit in the schedule. His family wanted to do something. Maybe the Mall of America is a big drop for the Scheffler family.
He's got 2 young ones, right? Yeah.
Or maybe there was some money involved.
I imagine they probably...
I think the sponsor probably paid him. We'd love you to be here. We'll give you X to be here, but...
Because that's the week after the British Open, if I remember right.
It is.
Granted, these guys are flying private as it is, but still...
But that's a big get to get the world number 1 to come play the 3M Open.
That's fantastic.
Really starts to legitimize that event.
Yes. I thought it's already a big-time deal, and it's been really neat that Tom has went and played well down there. But you get world number 1 there, that's going to get the average, the guy that doesn't watch golf all the time, but they know him.
Yep.
They'll go out and watch him.
And I think for I think the spectators, going in, the patrons going to watch it live has been great, but I think that just elevates it too, just to get that next level. I think you'll get more people chomping at the bit to go down to the Twin Cities to watch.
I feel like every year I have you in, and there's another live update. It seems like we may have the final update here, that it looks like it's DOA. So what in your mind, what happens to Bryson? What happens to... John Rahm said it on Tuesday, Monday, his contract, there's no getting out of that. I mean, can they come back to the PGA Tour or no?
It sounds, they didn't take that opportunity that olive branch that the tour gave them this year. So I really don't know their road back. Bryson's Bryson's interviewing YouTube Golf and trying to play the PGA Tour. I don't know.
I ain't gonna work.
What the heck's he doing? How's that gonna work? And I don't. Even with the tour dissolved, the live dissolved, does that mean Rahm can't get out of his contract?
Right. Not without some. And also, there's going to be some severe financial penalties that the PGA is going to say, "Hey, that you did this.
Right.
We're not going to welcome back with." But they need them.
They do need them. They do need them.
Yeah.
You wish it could be just purely black and white. You guys made your choice, but in the grand scheme, Rahm, John Rahm, Bryson, Joaquin Niemann. There's a handful of guys.
Yeah. The rest of the guys, they fall apart.
They do.
Goose. I mean, Dustin Johnson can't play golf anymore.
No.
Which is crazy to say, but that's wild.
I also think he might not care.
You're probably right.
Like his personality.
That's his MO. Yeah.
When it's done, he'll maybe just be done playing golf, and he'll be fine with it. But yeah, a handful of guys would be great to have back on tour to make it a little more elevated. But for the most part, those players don't matter.
I guess maybe the warning signs were out there when Koepka decided he was going to come back, and obviously there was some severe financial penalties he had to go through. He can't earn any FedEx Cup points. Granted, the guy's not hurting for any dollars, right? But I don't know. Maybe we should have seen something coming when Brooks decided last offseason that he was going to to
then
the
Patrick
PGA
Reed
Tour.
too, right? He's doing it a little different way. He couldn't quite go that same route as Koepka. He had to go on the why can't I think of the name? The European.
The DFW tour, right? Or DPW tour. Yep. So, and that's a different route. Obviously, he has to come back.
And maybe that's how Bryson and Rahm can do it, is get back that same way that Reed got here.
Just going to be really interesting to see what transpires there with professional golf over the next little bit. We got a major next week as well. The PGA is outside of Philly, if I remember right.
Is it at the Philadelphia Cricket Club? I don't even remember where we're at.
Are we okay with the PGA being there, or would you like it back in August?
So,
this hits so close to home as a head pro. I'm curious your thoughts on
the
this.
PGA, right? It's our championship.
Yeah, right.
It's not that I'd ever qualify, but it's one as a PGA.
Hey, come on!
It's one as a PGA professional, right? There's a route
you have a chance to get there. Yep.
Some PGA professionals have different day-to-day tasks where mine's a lot more operational, and some get to go play golf.
I always ask you that, how much golf you actually get to play.
I'm 36 holes in for the year, so we're on a good spot.
That's pretty good.
So the PGA, right, I think it's nice to have a major every month.
Yes.
I do think it loses some of its luster not being the last one. I think there was something to be said.
I agree with you.
I'm an Open Championship. That's my favorite. And then it's probably the Masters, U.S. Open, and PGA Championship. With the PGA Championship being the final one, it had that this is your final chance to win a major. So I think it had a little more, at least maybe pull for the viewer. This is the final opportunity for a major. Now being second in line, I don't think it quite hits the same being second instead of last.
Yeah, and I think, at least for me, I can remember being out here when the PGA came to Hazeltine in August. And that's when, granted, Tiger got beat that time.
Yep.
But that was like the perfect end of summer. Like, okay, at the end, football's here, and then we'll see golf again in the Masters next April. It feels lost on the calendar to me.
I agree.
Because I don't know if I'll set aside a whole lot of time unless there's somebody I'd like to watch that's winning next weekend when it's getting played.
With the right field and right leaderboard, makes it okay.
Or a cool course that maybe I know a little bit about. Yeah.
But I also don't see having it this time of year. Is Hazeltine ever a good fit again?
That's a good call.
Look at the weather we're having right now.
I don't think so.
It could be fantastic, but it might be awful.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think they're going to Frisco either next year or the year after, which you can't play in August.
You can't play in August. You can't play in August.
I mean, you can try and play in May, but I know the LPGA did it, and it was horrible when they had it there a couple years ago. So that's the PGA's headquarters now.
It is. And I think, that's great that they're going to introduce that course and everybody's going to get to see it. But I do think that the PGA Championship needs to find an identity on what type of golf course they want to have host their events. You look at the U.S. Open; it's old, historic courses. It seems like every year, and it's been fantastic. There's so much new golf course architecture design out there where I think that would be a great fit for the PGA Championship, is to find a rotation where it's introducing these new fantastic golf courses to the public.
You like the new PGA Tour commish? He's from the NFL.
I don't know enough about him.
Okay.
I haven't paid enough attention to give you an honest answer on that.
They're revamping the schedule.
They are.
Because that, to me, I would look at, like, they used to have, we got to go to break here. The players used to be, they had it in May for a little bit. I would do that. I'd be okay, because if they're going to... If they're going to expand the football season, college basketball is going to move back, then who's paying attention to the Players' Championship in March? Move that to May.
Right.
And then put the PGA back in August. There we go.
And football's always number one, right?
Correct.
Like, no matter what, football is going to be one.
Yes. But it's not like golf is sagging right now. Golf ratings are as high as they've ever been right now.
They're good right now.
People are watching a ton. We hope they're going to be watching next month. There's our segue. We'll break. We come back. Goose is going to give us an update on the field that's coming to Moorhead at the end of August for this year's Red River Amateur Championship presented by Bell Bank. We'll do that. We wrap up hour one of Hot Mike on WDAY Extra right after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Wrapping up our first hour, back with Goose Howell joining us as we get set for another year. The Bell Bank Red River Amateur Championship comes up at the end of June, a little later on the calendar this year after Father's Day. So we're going first round, what is it, June 26th, I want to say? 25th or 26th? I should know that since we're on the air.
Friday, June 26th will be the first day.
My dad's birthday. So the 26th to the 28th will be out at Moorhead Country Club. Hot Mike will be back out there. That's become an annual tradition. And one of the guys who's going to be in the field is actually up next. Gabe Benson from NDSU's golf team will join us in our next segment. He's part of the field. And you got an updated list. We got another heavy hitter leaderboard coming to Moorhead Country Club, right?
Every year it seems like the field just gets a little bit stronger, a little bit deeper, and you're going to have to golf your ball just to make the Friday cut, the Saturday cut.
And play on Sunday.
Yeah, you're going to have to play some really good golf to make sure you're playing Sunday with the depth of this field.
Is this now, when we talked a couple years ago when you came in on word of mouth spreading, is it beyond that now that the television aspect has maybe reached maybe more than you thought?
I would think there's got to be some aspect of that. I don't know enough on that, and I don't know where the numbers are and how we pull that data, but... Yeah, the television aspect is a really, really special ad. I don't know. I think we've talked about this before outside of like major amateur golf, like the U.S. Amateur or like the Junior Amateur.
Yep.
How many other are broadcasting an event? And with WDAY Extra and then being able to pull it up on your computer anywhere, you can watch anywhere in the world. This is a really cool thing for players to be able to be on TV playing golf.
See, I'm looking at the video from last year. The course, I know, doesn't look like that yet, but it's gonna, and it looks fantastic, and we can't wait to be back out there. Last year, for the first time, the women's champ finished under par. I mentioned Petrie shot a course record. I mean, scoring has been fantastic.
It has
over
been
the last
fantastic, yeah. The golf course, the conditions were really good for scoring last year, right? It
got wet, so it got
a little softer, right?
Mm-hmm.
The greens were really good, so it helps those. For the ladies, we could maybe make the golf course long, but for the caliber of men, our golf course caps at 6,650 yards. It's a short golf course for a really good high-level amateur. And then when it gets soft, it's really pretty easy for those guys. So hopefully we're not quite as soft. It can play a little firmer, which will hopefully challenge them.
I know the board is always trying to tweak things. Have they got word to you of like anything that they want to do a little differently for 2026? Is that still in the planning right now?
Maybe it's still in a little planning. We'll try to keep, one of the things we like is we've kind of, adjusted it. We've got our Sunday hole locations, which make it really fun on that final day.
Outside of 15, that's diabolical, man. That's really hard.
You know what? So I think, again, going back to the caliber of player, if they're going for it in 2, right, it should be a little more risk. But if they're laying up, for them to be able to hit a wedge from 100 yards into that location should be really easy for that. Add TV, you're in the hunt,
and there's people around, right? Good gallery.
It's a tougher shot under the condition, and a normal Friday, they're hitting that shot probably at 10 feet every time. I think one thing we will do set up for men, though, is just we got to make it as long as we possibly can, right? Well, we can play with the ladies' yardage on the first couple of days to shorten it up to make it a little more approachable for everybody, and then make it a little more difficult on Sunday.
Are you going to get close to where you have to say no? Like, hey, we are capped. Like, this is or maybe even reduce how many people you want to get? Because the women's field keeps getting bigger, you were telling me.
I hope so. Yeah. I hope we get to the point where we get to turn people away. It's never fun to say no to people, especially, but it means you're doing something right. If there's that much interest in getting in the field, and you have to start turning people away. This year we did kind of put a soft cap on it where we're trying to hold 10-ish or so spots in case, I don't know if we'll get them, but let's say Josh Person calls us up and says, I want to play in it because it fits into my schedule now. I want to have a spot for him, right?
Yep.
So there's people out there like that we'd still like to get in our event that aren't playing, that we got to just try to hold some spots for just in case.
And when is maybe your cutoff to say, okay, that we got to know by here if you're going to play or not?
June 1.
Year. Okay.
June 1 gives us plenty of time. And that kind of, 3 to 4 weeks out gives us enough time to make sure we're filling the field with the best possible players.
So it's May 6th, and you mentioned you've played 36 holes. How's the course looking right now, despite how cold it is?
The course is fantastic. Okay. The greens and fairways came out of winter really well. Now we just, some of the pole is still under dormancy. We need some heat would be nice. Would be good, just to wake it up. And it looks like finally next week we're going to get some temps set.
But it's been really dry. Is that... You need some precipitation as well, or no?
We got the irrigation system turned on last week, I think Thursday, Friday, so we should be able to get all the water to where we need to get water, but nothing's as good as Mother Nature. Rain is better than us pulling water from the river, so... Yes, it'd be nice to get some rain.
It'd be nice to do it between now and the middle of June. And then after that, we can cut the faucet off. We're all set,
right?
We'd
like a week or two of pretty dry weather where we can control how much moisture's on the golf course and get it where we want it.
It's great to see you, man. Thanks so much for coming by. We'll do this again when we get closer to the tournament, and looking forward to doing this again. It's been a great partnership, and we're looking forward to bringing the tournament home starting at the end of June.
Be fantastic. Can't wait.
Thanks, bud. Goose Howell joining us here, Moorhead Country Club head pro. We also solved the PGA Tour. We're solving all sorts of scheduling issues today. We got that accomplished here. Move the PGA back to August is what we say.
I'm gonna submit a something for payment for the PGA. Since we got this solved, let's make.
Let me know to get back to you on that, right? Speaking of golf, we come back. The Summit League champs reside in Fargo. Gabe Benson from Fargo Davies High School joins us. We come back.